Good morning, afternoon, or evening, all members of the cult, past, current, and future, and welcome to another installation in the Dead by Daylight lore series. Now, typically with the lore builds, I like to stagnate between killer and survivor. Since the last one was Trapper, I should have been doing a survivor lore build. However, just like I said in my Adept video this week, which check out the Adept if you haven't, I will include it up in the top corner. But before Michael Myers gets absolutely ruined in this next update and taking away everything that makes Michael Myers, we will be doing the lore accurate Michael Myers build. So, with that out of the way, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything at all, and it's just a simple press of a button. To you, it's nothing but an action. To me, it helps to grow the cult and turn us into something big. But with that out of the way, let's get into the build. So, before the perks on the lore accurate Myers build, for his unique out of all his teachables, I went with play with your food. Some people might argue save the best for last would be his ideal one. Personally, in my opinion, all I can think of from the original Halloween movie is how often he's just stalking Laurie, taunting her, appearing to her but no one else, then disappearing immediately. He was quite literally playing with his food. Laurie was his primary target, and the whole time just taunting her, killing her friend on the phone, stalking her behind the bush, stalking her outside the school. Every single bit of that was to put Laurie on edge, to mess with her, to do all kinds of things. So personally, I think play with your food is the most lore accurate, unique perk of Myers. For the next one, brutal strength, just like the Trapper lore video last week. I mean, Michael Myers is a absolute unit. One of his very most, what's the word? One of his most well-known kills, memorable. One of his most memorable kills was taking that one girl's boyfriend. I can't remember her name right now. It's been so long since I watched the movie. But he picked up a grown man with one single hand and pinned him to the wall with a butcher knife. You don't do that if you're skipping arm day. I mean, Michael Myers is just that strong, superhumanly strong. So that's why brutal strength is here. Furtive chase. I was really confused on what to put for one of these perks, but then I saw the description of furtive chase. You lurk in the shadows, eliminating your victims one by one. Is that not Michael Myers? No one even knew what was going on until the end of the movie when Michael revealed himself to Laurie, Tommy, and the little girl that Tommy was friends with. I think his name was, yeah, his name was Tommy, I'm pretty sure. I might be getting him mixed up with Friday the 13th. Regardless. So personally, I believe Furtive Chase is the best one. Oh, I'm not reading the descriptions. I'm sorry. Play with your food. Every time we chase the obsession and let them escape, we get a token up to a max of 3. For each token, we get 5% haste. Rule of Strength, we break pallets, walls, and gens 20% faster. Furtive Chase, you become obsessed with one survivor. When your obsession is hooked, to gain the undetectable status effect and 10% haste for 18 seconds. The Rescuer becomes the new obsession. And for the last one, Hex, no one escapes death. Now, I know this is a bit counterintuitive. You know, Night Cultist, Laurie Strode, did escape death numerous times. Did she, though? I know it's been decanonized, but Laurie Strode has finally died to Michael Myers. It was in Halloween Resurrection. And if I remember correctly, with the new movies, Laurie finally was killed by Michael. And all her friends died as well. No one, in the end, no one truly escaped Michael. So I do believe No One Escapes Death is the best for his lore build. Which, and of course, once the end game begins, we get a lit totem, and survivors become exposed, and we are 4% faster. For the add-ons, I'm going with the J. Myers Memorial, increases the rate at which evil is gained when stalking by 25%. And Judith's Tombstone unlocks the ability to kill healthy or injured survivors within evil within 3, increases the amount of evil required to reach evil within 3 by 400%, and decreases our movement speed by 9% while evil within 3 is active. Judith Myers was Michael's very first victim. It was the victim that you could argue meant the most to him, as it was his big sister that he ultimately killed. And it was his younger sister he came back for. Clearly, family means a lot to Michael in a very sick, twisted way, in the sense of he has to kill them. So I looked through all his add-ons, and none of them stood out to me more than these right here. The memorial that wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Michael killing his sister. and the tombstone that he stole from the graveyard to place at the head of Laurie's friend after killing her. And just, yeah, his love, I guess you can say that, as odd kind of serial killer love for Judith when he killed her, or his obsession, I should say, his obsession with Judith and his sister is why I chose the Judith add-ons. And we'll just do a screech collar for the offering because no offering is truly lore accurate. With that out of the way, I hope everyone enjoys the build, and leave a comment about anything you would change, and your comment might be featured in the Redux series I do after I've completed every killer and survivor lore. But enough of that, I'll see you in the game. Alright, we are in the first game of our lore accurate Myers build, and we are on the underground complex. Not ideal. If we were playing Scratched Mirror, this would be fantastic, but we're doing Tombstone Myers, which luckily the speed reduction is only in tier 3, not like it used to be where it was just a permanent full tier 3. We'll go ahead and smack her. And we lost chase with our obsession. There we go. Let's get out of tier 1. That was a good play, and because we swung and attack and missed, we lost our play with your food stack. I mean, if she's going to let me farm up my tier 3, I'm more than happy to do that. That's perfectly fine with me. We will drain her dry. This makes everything a lot easier for us, actually. Alright, she's all drained. That was good on her. Alright, let's go find somebody else. They've almost got this gen up here done. Alright, we chased them off. So we're not too concerned about losing the upstairs generators. They're such a pain to protect, it's not even worth it. Alright then. Let's go ahead and kick this with Brutal. Now, the question is this our obsession? No, it's not. It is Jane. That's fine, we'll let her throw it. We do need to find our obsession, though. Right now, this Jane has way too many strong pallets. There's not much we can do right this second. Now, the only hope we have is to maybe catch her. Okay, she just left. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the kill on anybody. We're just way too slow with the tombstone. All right, there we go. We got the kill on Jane. Beautiful. Unfortunately, we are down to the last generator already. We see someone down here. This actually looks like it might be Lara Croft. One can hope. She immediately ran. And thank God we didn't lose all of our tier 3, otherwise we would have no hope of ever getting Tombstone again. I do want to know how exactly they moved so fast right there. There we go. We'll put her down with Noed. There we go. There we go. We'll get her out so that she can't go for the flashlight save. And with her up on hook, so we did manage a 3K with the Lore Myers. Wish it would have went better than it did, but what can you do? I'll see you guys in the next game. Alright, and here's our second game of Lore Accurate Myers on Midwich Elementary. Why am I getting all these indoor maps when I'm not doing Scratched Mirror? I guarantee you, beyond shadow of a doubt, if I was trying to do Scratched Mirror right now, I'd get nothing but open fields. Alright, well, let's go find our first survivor. There we go. Beautiful, let's stalk it up. Fantastic, she didn't drop. We can maybe go ahead and get an early down here, assuming we don't die to packet loss. She's just holding forward for some reason. Brutal. And Brutal Strength gave us the chance to catch up. Beautiful. Let's put her down. Alright, that's got her hooked up. It was that generator over there that was being worked on. Let's see, Jake. One of the Jakes is our obsession. Let's see if it's this one. Let's go ahead and hit her. I do want to get in chase with this Jake, see if it's our obsession or not. It is not. That is unfortunate. We're already down 2 generators, and we're not even halfway to tier 3 yet. We might just have to force him to drop. So what we'll do is we'll just stalk him up in here. This is going to be a bit detrimental in terms of doing generators. I heard him go to the left. No, actually, he just ran out of the room. Alright, let's go find somebody else. I really don't want to kick that trap due to Chemical Trap being on it, so we'll just leave him. Go try to find someone else. It's mainly our obsession. So I think they're going to be on this generator over here. Why did I open the wrong one exactly? We'll go ahead and break that with Brutal. Belita healed up. I can't find our obsession anywhere. Alright, that's her just about all the way stalked. Let's go to this generator over here. We really need to find Jake so we can start getting play with your food stacks. And it looks like this match might not be going into the lobby because holy shit, I can't find anybody. And they have too many strong pallets. There we go, fantastic. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and break that. Try and drop chase. What? There is absolutely no shot right now. So we'll just lose chase with him. So no one's right there. We'll come back. He's here again. There we go. Let's try and break chase. That's fine. We actually have NOED. We are 24% movement speed right now. Let's go ahead and put her on the ground. Fantastic. Oh, and the other Jake just left, so fantastic. Another 3K with lore accurate Myers. We, unfortunately, did not get a Mori on anybody, which really sucks, but, what can you do? I will revisit Tombstone Myers, don't worry, but I tried the best with what we had. This is not the most synergistic build, and I played terribly. But this is the best we can hope to accomplish. I'll see you guys at the end game. Alright, and that was the lore-accurate Michael Myers build. We had some great games. They did not go the way I necessarily wanted them to. I would have preferred a lot more Moris instead of the ones we got. But this also is not the most optimized build for playing Tombstone Myers, and we struggled with finding our obsession on both games. And this, I will admit, this build is very obsession reliant, but let's be honest, does that not match Michael Myers to a T? So I think, if anything, this build being so reliant upon the obsession to work is part of what makes it such a lore-accurate build for him. But anyway, I've taken up enough time, and these lore videos are always longer than what I'm sure most people prefer to watch, but it's not easy to make these short while giving the necessary information and justifications for the builds. Regardless, I hope everyone had a fantastic time watching. I so hope to see you in the next video. Comment who you'd like to see next, if you have any suggestions or preferences. If not, I'll just keep doing them at random. And yeah, so I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. I hope to see you again in the future. Good night, and goodbye.